Tiananmen Square this morning. No sign of an anniversary. Instead, unprecedented security. And certainly no chance of us stopping to ask anyone their reflections on it all. It was a pivotal moment for China. And the consequences run deep even today. There's no figure for the number who died on June the 4th, 1989. Hundreds, certainly. Some say thousands. A peaceful push for democracy was halted by communist leaders determined to hold on to power. The defining moment, at least for those watching the pictures beamed around the world, was this: one man's last stand.
25 years on, that image and the moment it represents has been entirely airbrushed from history within China. What happened right here and just down there in Tiananmen Square simply isn't discussed.
The subject is so sensitive, we're not allowed to film anywhere near the square. Activists, academics, even relatives of those who died are being detained almost daily. And so, to hear the voices of those who are allowed to speak and to protest, you must travel 1,000 miles south to Hong Kong. Here, with relative political freedom, they can march to remember. Many of those who survived escaped here. It was then a British colony. Kenneth Lam is a Hong Kong lawyer.
I was so startled that the whole street was blood.
A quarter of a century ago, he was with the students in Tiananmen Square.
I don't know how many of them will still survive. But I knew many of them died.
At a new Hong Kong museum, today's generation of students who live outside China learn what happened. But intriguingly, among the visitors, we did find some from mainland China. They wouldn't talk, but were clearly absorbing a version of history unfamiliar to them. Li Chuk-yang founded the museum. In '89, he was in the square. He now wonders what China might be like today if the protesters had not been stopped.
And I can imagine that if there's democracy 25 years ago, there will still be economic growth, there will be more better distribution of wealth, and there can be freedom, people will be happier.
China's transformation these past 25 years is unquestionable. Cars now clog the roads once claimed by the tanks. The Communist Party remains in power. No one mentions June the 4th. And Tankman? To this day, his name and his fate remain a mystery.